Good afternoon, kings and queens, gentlemen and ladies. This is Refined Rose back with another video. Y'all, do you know that the person we're with in that toxic relationship, they really don't want us and they really don't want us to leave. They push all our buttons, any buttons imaginable that we didn't even know that we have, just to make them feel good about themselves. We're only there in that toxic relationship trying to make it work with them, just to stay there for the abuser to have high self-esteem about themselves, to boost their egos, because without us, their self-esteem is very low. They have bruised egos. They don't know how to self-soothe. So by us being there, tolerating their toxic behavior, we're helping them with their self-soothing. We're making them feel good. We're raising their self-esteem. We're receiving all the abuse. And when we're sad, they're happy. When we're miserable, they're not miserable. So we're just there as like medication for them. Because some of them probably need medication and don't know they need medication. Some of them are probably mentally ill. And some of them know that they're mentally ill, as in my situation, my sixth husband. He said he used to be on medication to help with his behavior. But his parents didn't like the way the medication was making him behave. So they took him off the medication. And he said that he didn't like the way he behaved. So he became aggressive towards the family member, verbally abusive, and threatening towards them because he can't self-soothe and because he needs that medication. So now that I married him, I took him off. I took him off his people's hand, his family members' hands, the short period of time that I was married to him, because he turned his abuse onto me, the verbal abuse and the physical abuse. So they got a break. So after we were married for a few months, he ended up telling me the situation about him. He used to be on medication and he was taken off of it and he would never go back on it. So he's going around hurting the people that are closest to him. And I just happen to be the one closest to him. So I'm not someone, and we're not someone's medication because they refuse to get on their medication. We're not going to be someone's emotional punching bag or physical punching bag. And they know that they're doing this because they only do it around people that they know are not going to say anything about their behavior. And I made a video about this, about abusers have co-signers and audiences. So just be aware, if you're going to stay with that abusive person, it's probably going to take a toll on us. And I say us because I'm part of the collective, because they don't want to get any medication for it. They don't want to go to counseling. They don't want to go to therapy. They don't want to talk to a psychiatrist. So we're going to be stuck with that attitude or with that abuse until they're willing to change it. And like I said in previous videos, once they start physical abuse, they don't change. And for us to eventually leave, you can look this up. We try at least 7 times before we actually leave our abuser. So anybody that's pointing the finger at us, asking us, why didn't we leave? Why didn't we leave sooner? Just look it up, y'all. Because when we fall for these abusers, we fall sometimes heavily for these abusers because they love bomb us. And a majority of us have tried to leave, but they beg us back and plead and tell us that it won't happen again. So usually on that 6th to 7th time, once we leave, we don't go back because they've had so many times to change and they don't change. And again, if we're going to stay, we're not going to be their emotional punching bag, their physical punching bag. They need to get the help that they need for their attitude so they can change. This is all I have for now. Refined Rose out. Bye for now.